someone will give me an email address where I can email a link to the. That way you have everything. I'll give you the option to approve everything before anything is published.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I may go ahead and just send it to. Have you send it to my manager / publicist?
That's
and
fine.
That will be the easiest way.
That's
so, yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Are you ready?
Oh, I've already had it started.
Interviewing already. We didn't know it.
Shawna, how long have you been out on this tour?
Well, actually, it's funny people will ask me that, and I don't ever, put out a record and then do a tour to support it. I'm one of those working musicians. I'm constantly on the road. So, I mean, it's what I consider myself as a full-time working musician, and that's how I like it. So, I usually do around 100 to 115 dates a year.
Okay. Is there any, because a lot of artists will say, well, they like certain cities or certain venues more so than others. Do you have a particular one that you like?
I love to perform live, and so anywhere there's bodies that will listen, that's what I love to do. It's just my forte. So.
Are there any, because I do a lot of rock, I cover a lot of rock bands.
Sure.
And they say certain areas of the United States have they act different towards the bands. They said Oklahoma is just so welcoming to the bands, and they said that was just kind of, they didn't understand that.
Sure.
Do you notice the difference?
I mean, I think Oklahoma is they're very open to musicians, and I think it's just because we've had so much great music come from the state. So it's always great to be able to stay in my home state and have people appreciate what you do. But then just like, last week I was in North Dakota, and we had about 2,000 screaming people watching my performance, and it was great there too. So I just, anywhere there's bodies that I can get my music to them, that's where I love.
Are you in the process of writing a new album right now?
We're hoping to. I haven't really started anything. I've got some ideas rolling around in my head, so that's always a good sign. So maybe we'll get something else.
Do you have a muse?
I don't. I just, like I said, I keep a notepad, and things will just pop into my head, and it's usually things that people might have already, written songs about, but it's just maybe a different way of looking at it. So that's, I live out in the country, and a lot of times I'm just in that solitude and
okay.
Doing housework. It'll just come to me, and I'll just take a moment to write it down, and then it'll be there.
Do you have any children?
I don't have any children. I have a little dog, and that's close enough for me right now.
So that's, because life on the road is hectic. So, that's, how artists juggle their home life, with family. And
sure.
That was just, to me as a mother, that's just something that I'm aware of. And it's like, okay, how do these artists juggle being away from their kids?
Right. I don't know how they do it. I get kudos to them because it's a tough enough job anyway, besides, having to travel and be away from home. So, I don't know how they do it. Maybe one of these days I'll have to, but you never know.
So are you touring with Kicks right now, or just
I'm not.
Are you just going?
I just happen to be here with him. So this is the first show I've actually opened for him. I just opened for Ronnie Dunn down in Billy Bob's a couple of weeks ago. So it's like you do one and then the other, and then so it's great. We get
but
to see both sides.
They're still under the same management, though, correct?
Yeah, I don't even know, but they're both talented performers. So I'm really looking forward to tonight's show.
Awesome. Is there anything that you would like your fans to know?
Well, I just released my sophomore album last summer, and so now I've just, my latest single, It Sounds Like a Party, this is the one that's out at radio right now. It's really doing well. So if people want to come and check out more information about me, they can go to my website, which is ShawnaRussell.com, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter, so they can follow me there, and my itinerary's there and my bio, so they can get to know a little bit more about me and my music.
Okay. I try and let all my readers know that, buy from the record stores and at the merch tent, because that's where you get your points from the record label, and Walmart and Kmart and Target, you don't get your numbers.
Right. Yeah, so we appreciate people who support local music. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Thanks for taking time to interview me today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's just hot.